perfect lead into the final question. Charlie Kirk presidency 15 years from now?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
So you sound like me in that regard. People are like, you need to run for something. I'm like, oh, no.
Well, look, I'm having way too much fun. I'm enjoying myself. But this is going to get really nasty. Everyone listen to this. I just hope you understand. Think of the nastiest moment in 2016. They are not going to let this guy get reelected without the most brutal, drawn-out fight. We're going to have the tech companies getting involved.
Yeah.
The media is going to get worse than ever. They're going to be taking down Twitter accounts left and right. They're going to be taking down videos on YouTube. They are going to be coming after us. They are going to be following us in the middle of the night. They're going to be breaking into our houses. You think I'm joking? They are going to be violent. That you will not be able to walk the streets of the MAGA hat without your physical health be put in jeopardy. And I hope it doesn't get that way. I hope that this clip gets unearthed and everything's like wonderful. I hope that the country comes together and we have a beautiful Unitarian healing moment in September.
But following up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions.
Do you support his death?
I do.
You support his death?
Fuck Charlie Kirk.
You support Charlie Kirk being killed?
Yes, I do.
On the day he died, you're here at a vigil for Charlie Kirk and you support his death.
Do you support a Nazi?
No, I don't support a Nazi. Charlie Kirk wasn't a Nazi.
Yes,
You support his shooter?
Yep, sure do. Freedom.
You support Charlie Kirk's shooter?
Sure do. He did us all a favor.
Would you shoot somebody like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed him yourself? Okay. Do you have a job here in Seattle?
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Now, yesterday, I made a video talking about it, and it was a couple of hours after the event. And so some of the things that I said didn't happen to be true. And this is, again, due to the fact that I reported on it right as it happened. One of those things, which I want to correct, is the fact that they don't have the shooter. Apparently, the shooter is still at large. When I made the previous video, they had someone into custody, and everyone expected that that is the person that committed the shooting. It was an elderly gentleman. Turns out that no, he's not the one that did it. And that the actual criminal is still at large. Nobody knows how they look like. Nobody knows why they did it. The person that they originally caught may have been someone that was just trying to get the authorities off the killer's trail. Or maybe they just happened to have a gun, and when they heard shooting, they pulled it out. People assume that they're the shooter. We don't know. But what we do know is that the police arrested 2 individuals. None of them, apparently, were the people that assassinated Charlie Kirk. So I want to make that correction. The second thing that I said was that it's possible for Charlie Kirk to survive. Now, the second thing that I said was that I'm hopeful that they can save him. And I was basing the fact that while I worked at the hospital, I saw many cases of car crashes. And if it was about a neck injury, especially if it hit any vital organs, the person pretty much had minutes to live. So if nothing was done within the first couple of minutes, the person would be gone. We saw that with Irina, the unfortunate case. Like, for those of you that saw the harrowing video know what I'm talking about. And so because Charlie Kirk was after the original minutes, and he was in a hospital, and when I made the video, it was hours after the fact, I assumed that they may have been able to stabilize him. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It only took a couple of more minutes after I uploaded the video that he was pronounced deceased. And I gotta say that it actually affected me. I didn't want to believe it. Like, unironically, I didn't. It's kind of weird because doing the job that I do, I constantly talk about nasty stuff that's happening around the world. You know, I get to see 4 headlines every single day. So you kind of get numb to these things. Like, you hear about people dying all over the world, and at some point it just becomes like part of the job. Like, you just talk about it and you get used to it. However, like this particular thing, as well as the video with Irina, hit really differently. This one in particular, and it's not just because a young man and a father lost his life. It's what it actually says about the times we live in. I think like that is the reason that a lot of people right now feel the same thing that I feel. Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch Charlie Kirk. And I even said this on Twitter. And because I didn't watch him, that is precisely why I feel the way I feel. Because Charlie Kirk didn't have like any extremist takes. He wasn't out there. He wasn't saying bizarre stuff. He wasn't advocating for violence. He was just like the run-of-the-mill centrist right-winger. Nothing that he said was controversial 25 years ago. In fact, like if you had the time machine and you put Charlie Kirk back during the Bush era, he would probably be called a leftist. Like a lot of his policies were too tolerant and too permissible. And that's the issue. Like people are calling him right now the Elliot Rodgers on the right, because if you look at other right-wingers and other talking heads, right, like their solutions are far more extreme, they're far more authoritarian, and Charlie Kirk just wanted to talk. He literally just wanted to talk, and then he got assassinated. And a lot of people are wondering, okay, but like what does that mean? And so you go on the internet to try and find some wisdom, to try and find some meaning, and you see the exact same people that for a decade have told the right wing that we're extremists and that we need to be censored, and for their safety, the internet platforms have to crack down on us and our speech and our ideas and our beliefs, and we should have no platform and we should be debanked. And now the same people are cheering, are laughing, are making jokes about this. And so again, a lot of individuals are still wondering, what does this mean? Because we haven't got an answer yet. And this is why it hits so bad, is because if you have like just a normal person that just wants to talk with views that aren't even that extreme, and he gets assassinated, and this happens, you know, after the president managed to survive an assassination attempt, which the way he survived it, I guess, makes a lot of people forget that it happened. Or makes a lot of people think that it was a BB gun that was shot at him. And by the way, like a lot of leftists were actually saying that there was a conspiracy theory at the time, right? But it doesn't really show the violence until you actually get to see it. And the video that I saw was also very harrowing. When I made my first video, I didn't get to see the close-up shot. And after I actually got to see it, I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck. You know, that's awful. It is what it is. I don't think he deserved it. I hope they catch the bastard that did it. And I'm wondering, for the people cheering it, what do they think right-wingers should do? Because apparently talking out doesn't seem to be on the table. Obviously, not everyone is cheering, but like the actual individuals that are happy, like the actual ones that are glorifying the fact that a centrist right-winger just got assassinated, and they're cheering it. So the question is, like, what is the message you're sending? Because the message you're sending seems to be, if you have grievances and you talk them out, you get shot. So, like, what do you think right-wingers should do? I would love to have a conversation with a person from the other side that's actually happy that this happened. Because I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm genuinely wanting to go into the brain of such a person and tell me exactly, like, what do they think? How do they view the world? And how do things should move from here? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.